In this video we will show you how to add known points to station setup W1, correct the orientation by also adding a known point to your observed control point W2. When the surveyor was in the field, he did not have the coordinates with him, so he simply set up on W1, gave it an arbitrary coordinate of 100, 150 and 10, observed a 0 direction to W2. You can see over here that this is a 0 direction over here. The observed data, please don't get confused, that is a measurement that it picked up off the horizontal circle from the field. Minimize that. We will then adjust the azimuth, which is the actual join direction between these 2 points. In order to do that, we first of all need to go to W1, add a known chords of W1. The way we do that in our Project Explorer, we scroll down till we find it. There it is. We go to our properties, we see it's there. We need to now add a coordinate to W1. It's important to make these control quality. The points have now shifted, the station setup is shifted. We need to apply recompute. Everything moves except our observation. We need to follow the same steps with this. Make it control quality as well. We hit recompute, zoom extends. Our survey has now been shifted and rotated accordingly. If we have a look at this, you can see that our horizontal angle has now changed. It was exactly that and has now been shifted to this. I like to keep observed data closed. So it's been shifted and orientated correctly. We've got 2 flags. Open those flags. We can see that there's a massive horizontal and vertical error kick on the 2 points. This is due to the fact that in W1 our coordinate from the field is still active, or still enabled. We disable that. We do the same for W2. We disable these 2 points. We recompute. Our error is gone. We now have a vertical error of 322 millimeters and a horizontal of 28 millimeters. In the field, the surveyor made a mistake with the height of the prism, which we will now correct. We go to our point spreadsheet. We pull up we find W2, where it was measured. I know that the height of the prism should have been 1.9. We modify that to 1.9. Enter. We recompute. The error is gone. Personally, I like to set the tolerances that the program will allow, and with total station data I prefer to set my tolerances to 0. So we go into project settings, computation, point tolerances. I'm going to set this down to 0, and that will give me, the surveyor, a good indication of what my errors actually are. So I can see that I'm happy with that. That's fine for now. what I will do is we picked up this control point in the field. We did not have the coordinates. We simply did a tacky shot on that point. Alright. So I will now like to include that into my observations and see what the error comes up. Once again, we find W3. We add a coordinate in much the same way. Make them control quality, recompute, and immediately it gives me the fact your differences in error. It's very important to add the ray to your fixed point into your backside situation, backside observations. Going to properties, backside, yes, add it on there. Recompute. Notice the azimuth that came in. We close there now. We now decided that due to these two tolerances here, we'd like to remove that from our backside rays. Say no. Recompute. Still got a flag there because it's fixed on a control point. We can disable that. Close, recompute. We only have one flag left, and I'm very happy now that this whole survey has been shifted from W2 to use the orientation to W3.